today. I am Dr. Sophia Catherine Woodley Rothschild, and just call me just Sophia. Then this is the Dr. Sophia Rothschild Show. Okay. Um, First of all, we have passed over 2,000 subscribers and going on now, moving on to 3,000. Thank you all for your support and continue to tell your friend to tell their friend to subscribe and to keep listening to the show. We're also getting close to our 500,000 viewers. So we're moving. Okay. I want to talk about the issue of moral economy. How do we create a moral economy? But first of all, the best way to create a moral economy is to create a system that gives people the ability to be self-sufficient, i.e., no permanent welfare state, no permanent nanny state, because that just saps a person's spirit. And in many ways, it humiliates a person because the person all have to be begging for something. You want to create people are self-sufficient, so they feel dignified, they have to feel like they're they all have to come to hand out. So how would do that? Well, first of all, when somebody gets to the age of 18, give them something. If you're in some countries, you give them a nice plot of land and also some grant money to develop on it. Or if you're in a country that's very small, not a lot of land space, you can get them, if you can, if they don't have a home or no houses, you can get them the apartment. How are we going to do that? Well, just 1% of the budget set aside to do such endeavors. And yes, you can also give foreign aid, but also you should focus on, so that's 1% of the budget set aside to make sure that people who don't own a home or don't own land, give them a nice little plot of land, let them grant money to develop a house on it, or they get, if their space is limited, they get a nice little apartment. But the best way is when you have an enhanced homestead act, people get a plot of land and some grant money to build a house on it, or if there's limited land area, they can build nice little apartments so nobody is homeless or landless, and everybody lives with some dignity. And not run around with their hand out all the time. And we can afford it. And it's not really difficult to do, just 1% of the budget can do that on a yearly basis. Okay. Number one. Number two, you will also have, for example, give people access to education, access to um, medical care, and it doesn't cost that much. Once again, another 1% of the budget into that. Now, and we also just make it be known that okay, if you're a pharmaceutical company, if you're a company that makes um, medicine, okay, we have no problem with you making a profit. We have no problem with you earning a profit, but you shouldn't be able to charge more than 5%. Let me rephrase that. Okay, now for companies that make pharmaceutical products or medicine, okay, fine, you can make money, you can make a profit, but you should not be able to charge more than 5 times the cost for you to produce the item. So you make some money, at the same time, you don't price gouge the population for buck. Now, those who have medical insurance and they like it, they can keep it. But those who don't have medical insurance, we should have some form of a healthcare insurance to cover them also. At the same time, to make it work, we say to all the pharmaceutical companies and those that make medicine, okay, you can make a profit, no problem, but you can't charge more than 5 times the cost of actually making the product. Making money is one thing. Price gouging, we shouldn't allow that. That's utterly immoral. Okay. At some point, we have to draw a line. All right. As a matter of fact, in the Bible, people when they were charged to heal or educate, they pay, they give an offering. Yes, but then they weren't told if you have the money, you can't be healed or you can't get anything. So, so that's another way that's another one thing we can address. That we address too. We got National Bank of Infrastructure that give funding to fix roads and bridges and schools and hospitals, um, desalination plants. In this 21st century, there's no more need for people to have lack of water. It's embarrassing. All this rain dance bullshit is embarrassing. You have desalination plants, you can build those cheap, small military desalination plants, maybe can pump in water to provide for agriculture. Not only that, there's also no machines that can make water in the air. Get a couple of those also. Funding for those also. So there's no more water shortage. No more. And also with this National Bank of Infrastructure, we will have things like um, flood control. We also have sensible flood control, not this film nonsense. So flexible flood control. We also will have um, funding to deal with landslides. So this National Bank of Infrastructure road money for road and bridges and schools and hospitals construction and maintenance, but also to flood control and control of say for against landslides, and also to build and develop urban infrastructure like desalination plants and machines that can make water from the air. You can just Google it. It's not complicated. Just, people just stop on making all these excuses. And funding also enhance the power grid. I think it's time we go back to some Nikola Tesla came with the idea of wireless transmission of energy. So someone can also do. No more excuses. And with this National Bank of Infrastructure, you can also do things like mining the asteroids, which will bring in a lot of precious metals like gold and silver, and bring in a lot of money. You know, so the end of the day, there is no excuse. This is clearly doable and practical. And this is a starting point of this conversation. And let's continue the conversation, right? And so long for now.